All right, everyone. So let's continue with the second function of present perfect tense. So before we start, in the previous lesson, we saw that present perfect tense is used for states that started in the past and still continue with all my life, since, and for. So our keywords were all my life, since, and for, and this was the function that we learned in the previous lesson. Now, our second function for present perfect tense is present perfect tense is used for our life experiences. So we use present perfect tense to talk about our life experiences. Now, what does that mean? Now, we will give so many examples here because with so many expressions, fixed expressions, we can use present perfect tense to talk about life experiences. So first of all, ever and never. We use ever and never to talk about our life experiences with present perfect tense. So, to ask about an experience, we use ever. So, have you ever been, be careful, this is verb 3 because this is present perfect tense here. Have you ever been on a tropical island? This is my question. And the answer is, I have never been on a tropical island. Have you ever? I have never. Have you ever? I have never. Here I'm talking about my life experience, or I'm asking about my life experience. Another example. Turkey has never hosted a World Cup. So here, this is an experience, okay? Hosting a World Cup is an experience, okay, in your life. But if you have never done that, if you have never experienced it, then you use present perfect tense. So, another expression that we use in talking about an experience is a number. It's very common to use a number while talking about experiences, but be careful, we are still talking about experiences. Now, J.K. Rowling has written more than 20 books. Now, people, 20 books. Now, writing books is an activity. It's not a state, okay? But you are here, you are talking about an experience and you are giving a number, all right? So J.K. Rowling has written more than 20 books. This is an experience with present perfect tense. Michael has been to more than 7 countries so far. Now people, be careful. Now here, important thing is, if this is a present perfect tense, you are linking simple past and present. Now, J.K. Rowling is still writing books and she still lives. That's important here. J.K. Rowling still lives. If I said Shakespeare, for example, Shakespeare. Now, Shakespeare died about 400 or 500 years ago. So, Shakespeare wrote more than 20 books, I would say, because he died. He is in the past, okay? But J.K. Rowling is still living and she's still writing books. It's quite possible that she will publish another book maybe next year. So for this reason, you can say she has written more than 20 books. Or Michael is still living and he has been to more than 7 countries so far in his life and he can visit as an 8th country in the future. So for this reason, we are using present perfect tense here. Another example, I have had 3 tests. Now here, important thing is 3 tests. These 3 tests were my experiences. Now here, test 1, my experience. Test 2, my experience. Test 3, my experience. And this term, since the beginning of the term. So the term is still continuing. Maybe I will have another test this term. So it's possible to use present perfect tense like this, with a number to talk about an experience. Now, another keyword or key expression is so far, thus far, up to now, until now, till now. So they all have the same meaning. So far means until now, until today. Thus far means up to now, until now, till now, or until today, thus far. So this is an interesting expression, everyone, thus far. But it has exactly the same meaning with so far and up to now. So they all have the same meaning. So our professor has assigned only 2 projects thus far. So 2 is again a number. So far means until today. So maybe our professor will assign another project this term. Maybe, we don't know. We have fixed 4 cars until now. Or, Dr. Stefan has seen about 20 patients till now. Alright, so these are all experiences with numbers and with till now, until now, thus far, and so far. So what is so far? So far means until now. So it includes past and now together, right? So far, when you say so far. So already and yet. Already and yet. Already is used in questions and positive sentences. So be careful, everyone. Already is used in questions and positive sentences to talk about experiences. And yet is used in questions also. So questions and questions and negative sentences. So yet, we use yet with negative sentences. So, have you interacted with the local patients yet? So, is this your experience? Have you experienced this so far? Have you interacted with the local patients yet? Or have you already interacted with the local patients? Have you experienced this? Now the answer, so these are both questions, okay? With yet is at the end, and already is between have and verb. The answer is, I haven't interacted with them yet. So be careful, everyone. This is a negative question. This is a negative sentence. So this is a negative sentence with yet. I haven't interacted with them yet. But this one, I have already treated more than 200 of these patients. Okay? So this is a positive sentence. We are giving a number here, and we are talking about an experience. These are all important. Experience, number, already, yet. They all give us a clue about present perfect tense. Let's continue, everyone. Before also expresses an experience at the end of the sentence. So you use before at the end of the sentence to talk about an experience. So, I haven't talked to a native speaker of English before. I haven't experienced this, okay, before in my life. Or Samuel has never seen a ballet performance before. So he has never experienced this before. Now, this is interesting, everyone. Ordinal numbers like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, they can also be used to talk about an experience. For example, this is the third time, so here third is the ordinal number. This is the third time I have seen him smoking. So seeing him smoking is my experience, that's an experience. And this is the third time I have experienced this. Or, this is the first time I have seen a horror film from the beginning till the end. So again, first is the ordinal number here, and we use present perfect tense right here, everyone. But be careful, this is like a fixed expression, as you see. This is the first time, this is the second time, this is the third time, this is the fourth time. I have done this, I have done that. So this is like a fixed expression. And I think this is the final point about the second function. Superlatives can also be used to talk about an experience. So we are still talking about experiences here, but we are using a superlative form to talk about an experience. For example, this is the fastest car I have driven in my life. That is my experience. What is my experience? Driving the fastest car. And again, this is like a fixed expression. This is the fastest car. This is the most beautiful place I have visited in my life. So, like that. Or, wow, I'm eating the meal. This is the most delicious meal I have eaten recently. So, this is my experience with superlative. All right? So, in summary, when we are talking about an experience, the keyword is experience here. When we are talking about an experience using present perfect tense, we can use, what do we use? Ever, never. Have you ever seen a horror film? No, I have never seen a horror film. That's my experience. So far, thus far, up to now, until now, till now, I have visited 2 countries thus far in Europe. Already, yet. Have you visited any foreign countries yet? I have already visited 7 countries in Europe. Or before. I haven't visited a foreign country before. That's my experience. Ordinal numbers. This is the first time I have been abroad. This is the first time. Or superlatives. This is the best country, or this is the best city I have visited in my life. These are all experiences, everyone. And here we have the keywords. Now, before I finish, I have a beautiful poem for you, again written by a student. Now, Mount Everest. Now, Mountain Everest. Does a mountain have an experience, everyone? Yes, it does. Mount Everest. You have seen the dawn of time. You have heard the howl of Yeti. You have known the footsteps of men. You have known the struggle of climbers. You have heard their gasps for breath. You have seen the trash they left. You have heard the weeping of widows. You have seen the courage of rescuers, and you have known the glory of summiteers. These are all experiences of Mount Everest, everyone. Now, with anything, you can write a poem like this for yourself. It's very, very easy, as you see. This is a very good example of how we can use present perfect tense to talk about experiences. Now here, the key word is experiences, everyone. So let's take another short break, and after the break, we will continue with the third and actually other functions of present perfect tense. See you after the break.